Birthday. It's your boy Hyphen Jones. You're now tuned in to Hyphen Eagles. Man, we back at it. Another one. Thanks for everybody that been liking, following, subscribing to the channel. Please follow the other YouTube channel that be DSTV 103. DSTV 103. Please follow that, man. We just talking about sports, life, everything in general. So definitely, please follow that and stay tuned to a lot of videos that have been posted, everywhere. But I'm not gonna wrap you up too long because I gotta get going to grind and make some money elsewhere. I just wanted to talk and let y'all know my feelings and my thoughts on how the Philadelphia Eagles been looking and what's been going on from week 1 to week 5, man. Before one, and that's good. That's a good record. It's a good start. Winning 4 games straight and losing your first game on week 5. It's definitely a good start. It's not nothing so much to worry about per se in the whole general because we got a jump start. So we definitely could at least lose a game. Never thought when we in the beginning of on the off season when we did our prediction of who the teams be that level, would have thought that it would be from the Broncos. But Bo Nix, he's balling. He's a good quarterback that's helping that Broncos looking the way they are looking now, and they defense is a top defense. And so it was one of those surprising year of the Broncos or how they was gonna look. But nevertheless, we should have won that game. We are better equipped, better opportunities, just an overall better team. Just not executing the way they supposed to, and that's the reason why these games is looking as close that is looking when it shouldn't. To be honest, a lot of people saying that we should be zero. Some people feel like we should be 0-5 right now. But I can understand it, but I think it's two sides of it. It's two flip. You feel like we should be 0-5. Some should feel like we should be 5-0. Based on because of what we have in this team, like the talent around it. I would say our record is what it should be, but the way, well, I believe that we should be 5-0, but I do feel like it should look way more better. Even if we did get this loss should have been, like, the Eagles have a team that if they get a loss, it should be one of those losses like it was a good game. Not a loss that you look back at the game, it's like, what was the Eagles doing? Like, what was they doing? What was their head is that? And sometimes you get those type of games that you have those type of losses. And you look back, you be like, yo, they got to get it together. But when you're like, every week, it's like one of those games that you're looking at and it's like, yo, what is we doing? What is we doing? And they get these press conferences and they get these interviews and they saying, oh, we got to do better. We got to be on the page. There's something we got to learn from. And it's like, okay. These post conferences and interviews are starting to look like the same interviews when we had Brian Johnson as the offensive coordinator. And like it's looking like one of those years we got our first loss in the same round when we lost from the Jets that year. When the Eagles lost from the Jets the year, and then we went on the winning streak again, and then we lost what 6 or 7 games, 6 games out of 7 games. No, yeah, we lost 6 games out of 7 games. I believe that's what it was. And Jalen mentor Peyton Manning as offense. Clayton James said, would love to have Jalen mentor Peyton Manning as offensive coordinator. Yeah, listen, if Peyton Manning want to take that job, he would definitely be a good asset to be able to mentor Jalen Hurts and mix in this offense. We need a experienced, offensive coordinator that knows what he's doing. I don't understand why would you go out to get somebody that never. Why, when you have a team like the Eagles, you got players equipped, players all right. Why go out and get an offensive coordinator that have not coached? Why? It was bound to happen. I don't like. Don't get me wrong. Howie, I love Howie. Overall, he's one of the best GMs. He's up there. You know, this office is do have a habit of making decisions to downgrade the team, like, cause we always up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, why can't we stay on a steady rope? It's because it's this mental part of this team that's always an issue. I've been a Philadelphia Eagles since the early McNabb areas where Terrell Owens and Brian Dawkins and Brian Westbrook and all those guys, Lito Shepherd, Javon Curse, all those guys. I've been the Eagles since then, and I watched so many ups and downs with this team because of these ups. I don't know if that's Jeffrey Lurie's issues or faults or whatever, but it's so much roller coaster with this team. We have an up year, then we have a down year. Next year, up, down, up, down. It can't never be a steady ropes. It's because of this mental part. It's the issue. It's the issue. Like, we can never keep nobody. Can't never keep nobody. I understand it's a solid crap. I understand whatever, but the Eagles never could keep and hold on to people. Like, I always say this between the Eagles and the Cowboys, and I say this. I always say that the difference, they both have their certain issues, but in reverse. I feel like the Cowboys' issues is they have the issues to dismantle their team and starting over and start fresh, rebuilding, and to make an elite team again. They hold on to players too much that they need to let go to bring in younger guys that's hungry to make their team better. And I feel like that's the problem with the Cowboys on what they team. You see what happened to the Commanders? They even filed an owner, got a new, they changed their name. They rebuilt, and look at what the Commanders is doing with Jalen Daniels. Like, because they have no issues of doing that. The Cowboys have the issues of dismantle and starting fresh. And my issues between the Eagles is opposite. We have an issue of always, we dismantle too much. We let go players too much. We give up players too much. And this is what goes on. Like, it's constantly these issues. Now it's leading into it's leading into the coach's perspective. It's leading to that perspective. Always, like, now that we can't keep coaches now. Our last consistent coach that we had. And don't get me wrong, okay, head coach and offensive coordinator is kind of different. A lot of teams do go through head offensive coordinators, but a lot of teams they are able to keep offensive coordinators. Let me stop and read it to the chats right quick. Clay James also said exactly. Him and Jalen talks often. He calls Jalen a student of the game. I've been Eagles fan since 12 years. I'm 50 now, so since the Ray Reynolds, Buddy Ryan's days, yeah. Since 12 years old, switching offensive coordinator, throwing rhythm and executions off. Shout out from the Kyle Murder Beach. Word. You definitely dropping knowledge. We should kept Isaiah Rodgers. Yeah, definitely. Appreciate that, Clayton James. Like, Isaiah Rodgers, he definitely should have stayed. These new guys that's coming off, they definitely is not showing enough. You had a guy that been on his team that had experience. He just needed he had somewhat experience. He had the chemistry with the team. He just needed more reps and needed more experience, and that's Isaiah Rodgers. I'm not upset that they kept Keelan Ringo, even though he's not doing nothing right now. But he was on the team, so I get it of giving him a chance. But you should have kept both. Isaiah Rodgers and Ringo should have both been on the team. So just in case Ringo is not doing what he needs to do, you could have just set him down and put Isaiah Rodgers in. Like, giving him up, I didn't understand that myself. But Oh, that's the issue. Like, these guys, Dor Jackson is playing horrible. Like, so it's that, but I want to lean a little more on to, because this been us giving up these players it's been a known fact, and we need to fix this. We need to learn how to keep a team. But I can understand that on players, because it's hard. It happens with a lot of teams. But coaching, this is what I want to, because the reason why reason why the Eagles is looking the way it is because, let's be honest, everybody want to throw everything on Jalen Hurts. They want to put everything. Oh, the offense ain't looking because Jalen Hurts. This ain't looking because Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts this. Jalen Hurts that. Yo, come on. And I think those people that's waiting, they've been looking for this to blame, to hate on Jalen Hurts. But at the end of the day, he already showed you what he can do when the team is being coached like it's supposed to be coached. Even they said after we won the Super Bowl, any offensive coordinator that comes in, it's not going to be on Jalen Hurts. It's going to be on the offensive coordinator. It's going to be on the coaching. It's not because he already did it. Just because he's not looking and he don't have the passing yard like these other quarterbacks doesn't mean like he's not doing what a quarterback's supposed to do. And now they want to blame because our offense. No, our offense, the way it's looked, because let's be honest, Kevin Patullo's looking worse than Brian Johnson. Sure, I would rather have Brian Johnson on the team right now than Kevin Patullo after these 5 weeks. At least, okay, we looked at that 22-23 season. Yes. But at the end of the day, at least we was moving the ball a little bit more in the passing game, a little bit more better than this. At least we was passing the ball. Yeah, a lot of draws was getting stopped, a lot of whatever. It was a lot, but at least it was moving. Like, come on, like Jalen Hurts been balling. It's because when the offense don't have a chemistry, I always say offensive coordinators kills drives. You could kill a drive. A quarterback could only do so much what he can do with the plays that's been given to him. They always, like, even with the Brian Johnson, yeah. Oh, you telling me why Jalen Hurts can't take over? He can't audible. He can't audible. He can't change up. He can't whatever. Yes, he could. But like Dan said on one time, he said Jalen Hurts do a lot of pre-snaps and a lot of audibles. But what's the point when you audible into another bad play? They not understanding that. Okay, you get Kevin Patullo or knees back, give him a play out. Jalen Hurts don't like to play. But this is the playbook. He only could work with the playbook. Okay, you know what? I'm going to switch this up. But you switch up to another bad scheme play. That's what all you got. And that don't work. Like, it's only so much. It's only so much a quarterback can do for what the plays is out there. Oh, every year it's always the coordinator. I want to blame. You can't blame on. Yes, you could. Why can't we blame it on? Because every time we get a competent offensive coordinator, it looks the way it looks. Why can't we? And I'm going to say this. They always want to compare Jalen Hurts to all these other quarterbacks. All right, compare this. You want to compare these other quarterbacks? What quarterback that been had different offensive coordinators and coaches since his college year? What? All your elite quarterbacks that they keep comparing them to him got consistent coaching, but Jalen Hurts don't. Let's look at that. But they don't want to understand that. They don't want to understand that, he got to build a chemistry with coaches, coordinators every year, every season. You think that's easy on a quarterback? What quarterback is doing that? Exactly. Clay James also said exactly. Hold on. He said Q the best DB we have had since Alito Shepard, Sheldon, Ashanti Samuels, Eric Allen, etc. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. Exactly. People don't understand Jalen has a high football IQ. His dad put the ball in his hands when he was a toddler. A lot of the successful plays is because of Jalen audibles. Exactly. Brian Johnson knows the game. He played for Jalen dad in high school. A lot of the bad play calling is because of analytics. Jeff Lurie's son runs the department. Even the dagger to Smitty in the Super Bowl, the real route to Saquon, Jalen called those plays. These other quarterbacks have better stats, but no Super Bowl speed facts. So exactly, Zach Bryant, quarterback coach Dak and Jalen. Yeah. But you see how Dak was looking at the time that like with the way he was doing, like But look, like I agree with everything you said, and I appreciate the feedback. But like that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, Jalen Hurts controls this offense, but it's only so much what a quarterback can do for what the playbook has been presented to him. Like I always say, Tom Brady is out there. You don't see ain't no quarterback is audible from first quarter to fourth quarter every play. They have to trust their coordinator. They have to. They can't audible everything. They have to trust their coordinator, get paid to do their job. So at the end of the day, if you got a coordinator coming that's not controlling the game, not throwing out the right plays, not whatever, it's going to look like this. And let's get into the running game. The reason why the running game is not looking the way it's looking, it's because the run scheme is predictable in the same old. We get in these formations, these same run scheme formations, they already know we're going to run it. Get creative. You see, and I understand the pass protection, the run blocks is not the same. Our O-line is not looking the same. People is out. Lane Johnson is not healthy. Landon Dickerson is consistent, is injured too. Like, I always say this, I think his name is Tote or something like that. The backup guard that's coming in for Lane Dickerson. I always say you need to prepare this guy. I love Dickerson, like he's great, but they need to be preparing this guy, getting him reps, getting him prepared to take over this job, because he did the Lane Dickerson, man, I love you, but he just staying too injured. Like Lane Johnson is injuries, like I understand Lane Johnson, he's been with the team for I could speak, and he getting up and it's probably catching up to him. But man, like we getting to that point that we're not about to have the best O-line anymore, probably. Why? Because people is about to be probably going to end up getting close to retirement. People is injuries, problems, and like they're going to have to go out to get other people to play in this O-line, and it's probably not going to look like it's going to look. Maybe I forget our O-line coach. He probably dialing some better things to do, but it's only only so much a coach could do based on what the players he got. Now you could be a good player, but if you got a bad blockers, it just ain't nothing you could do. They just bad. They can't hold nobody. And that last game with the Broncos, they controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides. Like, our blockers was having a hard time. They was getting to Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is what they gonna have to do now, because Jalen Hurts, I feel he got so comfortable with our O-line, and I do understand this. He got comfortable with our O-line, and he never see our O-line collapse the way they are collapsing now. And I think that's what's going on. That's what's stopping a lot. I feel like if Jalen Hurts lose the confidence in our O-line, he will play better. And I know that's crazy. Why would you lose? You gotta accept the fact. The best way to overcome something is acceptance, right? So you have to accept, my O-lines ain't playing like that. Blah. And you gotta lose the confidence. Somewhat of confidence, meaning, I'm not saying lose the confidence, you start playing scared and you scrambling at wrong time, you not keeping your eyes on downfield, because I know that could mess up your games too. But you got to get to a stint of, my O-line is not how it used to be, So I gotta be prepared to extend a play or to get this ball out of my hand quick. And that's not only on him too, that's also on Kevin Patullo to dial in some plays, to not have confidence in in the old line so much and get the ball out. Listen, if we gotta dink and dunk, we dink and dunk. It's about moving the chains, playing above the sticks, making sure third and short don't go to third and long. All right, so that's what it's about. Getting the ball out quick to open up this offense, to move the push to make the defense honest. To now they gotta play on playing 9 hands. When they come up, we drop it behind them. They go behind, we hand it off to Saquon. That's how you supposed to scheme up. He's like, he throws the running plays out at the wrong time. He throws the passing plays out the wrong time. And when he do passing plays, it's standard. It's no chemistry. It's no scheme. When he do run it, it's the same old. What happened to the scheme counter plays, running game? Ain't no scheme running plays like Kellen Moore did us last season with the counter run blocks. When they get a person like. What's happening to those? What's happening to a lot of I think we need to dial in some lot of better draw plays for running. Because that's to get the linebackers some time to predict what we gonna do. The RPO's gotta get a little bit more better. Like the way the formation is, like Sometimes you gotta get better into power runs and know how to get your tight end to block in a better way. And like it's a lot of these run schemes don't get me wrong, the blocking gotta be better, but the run schemes is not all that good either. That's the reason why it's so standard. I saw them got into ISO formation. That was predictable. When do we run ISO formation like that? Like, especially when they know you gotta run it. Well, I mean, our formation. I'm sorry. Like, when do you ever run our formation like that? Like, you stay in shotgun. There's no. It's like, yo. They gotta get these formations better. They gotta getting these rotations, and then last but not least, these penalties gonna have to be gotta get better, man. They just cost me penalties for no reason with this O-line. Where a lot, like, come on, man, they gotta get these, and this is all coaching. Like, my man B Savage says. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna go all back. I'm back up. Man, Clay John says, Brian, coach, he says, my bad. Patullo not taking accountability. Nick hired his homeboys like Dougie P hired his homebody Press Taylor. We need fresh outside ideas. I tell people it's not just about the play calling. Eagles are up double digits every game this season, but we not. B Savage saying Eagles are up double digits every game this season, but we not finishing in fourth. We not putting our foot down when your throat on your ops. Clayton James says also whose plays are being called Nick play sheets or KPs. It's like a baker passing his recipe down and somebody change it, make it bad. My bad, y'all. I don't got my glasses up trying to read these comments. Exactly, O-line gotta tighten up. B Savage, I'm starting to look at Jeff Stoutland or Hall of Fame O-line for the first time sideways. He's O-line coach. He should be able to work with that. Clinton James says, need more pre-snaps motion, more 2-1s, personnels, put Saquon and Dylan in at the same time. Just keep the defense guessing, not being predictable. I agree. Definitely I agree. Like, it's a lot. Everything I say is a lot that they need to take in accountable. Like, I feel like I feel like coaches need to get a stick out their eyes and start looking at comments and looking at how our people feel and take ideas, because there's a lot of people that have great ideas that coaches need to just take account. I know they are coached for a reason. They probably got some type of pride and be like, nah, I know what I'm doing. But like, everybody needs to refresh their mind and come up and learn how to adjust and change up. Like, I understand we haven't had a bye week yet, and they probably haven't had time to adjust and change up some things. We definitely playing a short week because I think we playing Giants Thursday. But man, like they definitely need to get some more creatives and some more pre-snap emotions and getting these receivers mixing up with these receivers, doing something different. It's a lot of stuff that they could run and they could change up and start doing. And it's all about if Kevin Patullo is going to be that person that knows how to adjust and do that. I don't know, but I would say this, and then I gotta go. I gotta end it off soon because I gotta go make my bread. Like, I would say this though, the difference, back to what I'm saying, the difference between these coaches and these other coaches, between the difference between Jalen Hurts and these other quarterbacks when it comes to the coaches. Not only Jalen Hurts had different coach since his college years. These other quarterbacks, okay, they might have coordinators, but they have head coaches that coach, that call plays. That's very good. Like, example, Patrick Mahomes. I'm not sure if he been having different offensive coordinators, but who calls that offense, right? Andy Reid is play calling that offense. So they might switch up play calling offensive coordinator, but then they still good. Patrick Mahomes is still good. Why? Because at the end of the day, if whoever the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs, it doesn't matter because Andy Reid calls offensive plays. And Patrick Mahomes been with Andy Reid how long? So he got a steady offensive coordinator. It's a lot of quarterbacks that have that. Like Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. I'm pretty sure the Patriots had different offensive coordinators. But even though Bill Belichick was known for, I think, his defense, but he also called offensive plays himself too. Like, it's hard for Jalen Hurts because he have different coordinators every season, and not only that, we don't have a head coach that know how to take over and call offense. I love Nick. He put this team together. Don't get me wrong. I love Nick Sirianni's chemistry for the team, but I just gonna say, can I trust his play calling? Because every time we switch up and we get a bad offensive coordinator, nothing really be done with it. Nothing be done with it. Can he take over? He can't. I don't think he could. He needed people like Kellen Moore. Nick Sirianni needs a good offensive coordinator, because 9 out of 10 he probably can't do it himself like these other head coaches could. And I'm just being blunt, being straightforward. He needed Kellen Moore and he needed Shane Steichen. Those are the two offensive coordinators since after our first Super Bowl win, when we had Dougie Peterson. After our first Super Bowl win, those are the only two offensive coordinators that got us to the Super Bowl. Every time we didn't have those good coordinators, we look like buns. Why? Because Nick Sirianni can't help out. Like, because what is you going to do about it? This is my question to Nick Sirianni. What is you going to do? You got an inexperienced offensive coordinator that's having a hard time, that's struggling, that's not doing nothing. Are you able to step in and push him to the side and just start coaching and calling these offensive coordinator plays and start calling these offensive plays yourself and start making the Eagles look like the offense like they supposed to look? Can you do it? Can you? Let me read. Clay James said it's deeper than the play calling. It's the timing, running. We should be passing and vice versa. Be savage. Nick Sirianni should be able to call plays by now. You got the best offensive talent in league. Should be this hard to get AJ Brown and D Smith, Saquon Barkley, Dallas Goddard, the football. Clay James said, exactly, that's why I love the Eagles. Great Seth Joyner and Brian Westbrook. They be dropping knowledge. Clay James, exactly. Nick started his career under Eddie Reed and KC and Frank Rich in Indy with the Chargers. So he should know better. I always say let it keep working until it don't. Kellen Moore and Shane Steichen saved Nick. Look how Shane resurrecting Daniel Jones' career, Indy balling. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, Nick's be saved by the offensive play calling. It's like he can't, because he was new when he came on a head coach, and it's like he having a hard time to take control and play calling. It's like, I understand how you feel. You saying it's not all about the play calling. It's definitely not all about the play calling, but the play calling is definitely to me, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other Eagles fans feel the same way. It is the important part of what is going on with this offense. Like, it's a lot of other stuff. It's penalties, undisciplined. A lot of the players is not playing hungry. They inexperienced. It's a lot of those stuff. But the play calling is definitely, because it's not when you're talking about play calling is in general in a whole ball. Don't only surround around of creating plays. It's not all about, okay, the playbook itself, because for what you're saying is the playbook could be, you could have a good playbook, but if you don't throw out the plays at the right time, it's not gonna mean nothing. So I get that, but at the end of the day, that's still play calling. You know, it's still play calling. That's what it's saying, how you call the plays. The plays are standard, and when he called the plays, it's wrong. So overall, we have standard plays. Like, they even talks about how AJ Brown is doing a lot of these same old hitch and slants and all these go routes and all the same old standards type plays. That's the playbook. So now they have to dial up a better playbook and open the playbook to get these receivers to get these receivers to play the ball better, and to give them opportunities to get open. But even if you create an open playbook, you still gotta have to call and throw out the plays at the right time in the right rhythm. So all that is surrounded around play calling when I say play dog, and that is the number one issue and problem that is going on with this offense of the Eagles, is the play calling. It's standard, and it's been calling the wrong. Like, don't get me wrong, and I will end it with this. That Broncos game, the way we started, I was praising Kevin Patullo. I'm like, when I was telling him, I was like, yo, do not run it here, because they're going to expect. It was like third down. I think it was third and short. All the Eagles needed like 4 to 3 yardage. I think we just need 4 or 3 yards. That's a typical run play. They're going to already know, oh, cool, hand it off, stop it. But I was like, no. Don't run it here. That's too standard. That's too predictable. Mix it up. And what he did, RPO'd it, fake run, boom, roll out, dumped it to his tight end. I think that he dumped it to the tight end. We got the first down. Tight end was open. They thought we was going to run it. We faked it. The Eagles dumped it off. First down. That kept the chain moving. That's what you're supposed to do. Don't just run it as, standardized. Run it here. We're going to run it here. Why? Because analytics say you run the ball here. No. You have to play as what the defense is giving you, what they are suspecting. They are not expecting to give it to Saquon. So that's what you do. You dump it off. And that's what he did. I was like, he was mixing it up at first. Kevin Tula was mixing it up. I was like, oh, all right, finally he's getting it. But then he choked. It's like he started off a drive doing good, mixing it up, and he just ran out. He ran out of ideas to what to do, and he choked. Start running it at the wrong time. Start like, yo, play action it. You cannot. I would say this. It's so hard. Now, sometimes you can get it off, but it also depends on what the defense is giving you. If the defense is shutting the run down, Saquon Barkley is not running. He's not running the ball. Not running the ball. You can't play action on you can't do a play action on second down. They're not, no. They not scared of the run. It's play action comes best when you are running on a team. Why? Because they so scared of the run, they gonna play the run. So now they scared of the run because they don't want you to run on them no more. So now they playing the run. They come up and you play action. Now your receivers is open. If you've been passing all game, Jalen Hurts' pass attempt was 38. If you've been passing most of the game, why would you play action it? Especially if they've been stopping the run. Saquon Barkley was not running the ball. Why is you play action it? They was all up on that. So he got like two RPOs and two rollouts that was pretty good because he did it at the right time. It's not because of we was running it. It was more of he did the unpredictable. Like I said, when we was on third and short, he gonna run the ball. And he faked the run and he threw it. That worked because you did the unpredictable. But if you marching down the field, you have not run it, it's second and like 6 more yardage, why play action it? They not scared of the run. They not scared of you running, so they not scared of you running it. They gonna have 5 in the box, bring them down, right? Just in case if you try to run, because they already up and then they dare to stop it. But they gonna fake it soon as you drop back. They gonna fake like they rushing, then they gonna drop they defense back. That's what they did to the Eagles all game. That's what they did. So when you play action, it's not gonna work. Because they act like they're gonna rush, they drop back. Now your play action, now Jalen Hurts got nobody to throw to. Now the defense is rushing and he's trying to avoid, and this was happening. So it was a lot of that was going on. It was just, yo, you gotta know how to call. It's like, yo, these guys, these coaches need to play. I think a lot of these coaches, what's the problems with them is they need to play video games. And I know this sounds crazy, but hear me out. They need to play video games. If they play Madden, a lot of Madden players, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all Madden players, y'all know if it's all about scheming and how you get the person that you're playing in Madden. If you're a good Madden player, you know when you're calling out offensive plays, you're watching what the defense is giving you. And based on what the defense is giving you, you're calling the plays to catch them off their toes. You are, yo, I'm gonna run it here. Nah, he gonna think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it here. Oh, he can't stop this. I'm gonna dump it off this way. I see he can't. You're going to call the play as what they are giving you. You're not gonna think in the center. You're gonna find you got a rhythm to catch the defense, to catch your opponents off his toes. You're trying to get into your opponent's head of what he might think you are going to do. Not just calling the plays because is this down, so I'm gonna run it here. Is this down, so I'm gonna run it here. Or this down, I'm gonna pass it here. No, you like, oh, this. I know it's third and short. but this is what he think I'm gonna do. Cause I watch what he's doing. I'm gonna call this. Like, I feel like if these coaches play Madden, they'll learn something. I'm sorry. It's like, and I know that sounds crazy. It's just that they don't like they just need they need to know how to they need to know understand rhythm. They need to understand rhythm. Said Nick nearly destroyed Philip Rivers' career. When I coach, I told my players one team, one mission, be on the same page. Exactly, timing and rhythm on play calling. I believe KP can call a good game. He been handcuffed by Nick. Nick needs to put the headsets down and just be the head coach. I mean, that could be true. That could be true. Whoever it is, if Nick is stopping Kevin, if he honestly is stopping Kevin Patullo, then he needs to get out the way and let his offensive coordinator do his thing, like he let Kellen Moore and Shane Steichen do their thing. Like, and he needs to just, maybe he like, oh, he's new, I'm gonna help him out. No, just let him do his thing. If that's true, and if it's not true, if it's Kevin Patullo, then Nick, you need to step in and try to do something as a head coach. So whatever it is, I just know the offensive coordinator play calling is not, the play calling in the office is not what it's supposed to be. Anytime Jada under pistol formation, defense knows it's a run. That inside zone run not working like last season. Defense catching on to our offensive scheme, no matter who the OC is. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Nick interfering too much. Exactly. Mix it up. Balance attack. They feed it into the media and sports analysts. Oh, Eagles not passing enough, so we pass too much. Oh, the Eagles not running enough, so we running too much. Yeah, I feel that. I just think, in whole, we need to know how to balance it out. Be a running team, but we need to know how to balance it out, when to run and when to pass it. Because we could do, the Eagles will do both. I see that the NJ on that ball cap. What part of Jersey you from exactly? I'm from right now I'm in PA, but I'm from Newark, New Jersey. That's when I'm originally born and raised, Newark, New Jersey. What part of Jersey? Oh, exactly. That's what analytics does. Analytics say do this and that. Shaking my head. I do know Jeff Lurie is patient, but once he gets tired, he move on from the head coach and coordinators. Yeah. He does. Like Jeffrey Lurie don't have a problem letting go and moving away from from people, like, you know. But I just felt like we definitely gonna have to get this coaching better, and these players gonna have to get this penalties, because we also could have won that Broncos game if it was a little bit more disciplined. A lot of the penalties messed up the drives, and was called. We had to get a call back, and you know, those crucial times, and like, you know, and what made us win a lot of these games is because Eagles for so long don't necessarily shoot themselves in their foot and doesn't mess up on moments. And that Broncos game, that was one of the games that caught up to them, that they picked the wrong game to be undisciplined, and they shot themselves in the foot with those penalties, and that's what it is. My wife and her fam from Brick City. Word, respect. That's what's up. I'm from Plainfield. Okay, that's not too far. I think I've been to Plainfield a few times, you know. But yeah. You already know. Jersey here, Jersey out. You already know. But yeah, that's what it is. I gotta get back out here to grind and make some money. You know, cause you know I got other stuff that I gotta do and take care of. So I just wanted to talk and bring y'all show my face, was how I felt about from week 1 to 5. I'm confident. I'm confident that we're gonna be all right. Like my man said, we're gonna be all right. Clayton James said, we definitely gonna be all right. But that's only if the coaching put this team together. We definitely gonna have to get. I don't know when we got our bye week. But we definitely gonna have to dial up some better schemes. I will end it off with, on the defense side, with Vic Fangio. He definitely gonna have to figure out Definitely. Then I ended with this. On the defense side, Vic Fangio, figure out who gonna be that other corner. We need somebody. Keely Ringo, he ain't do too bad now. I get. If you want to give him another chance, he didn't do good. He didn't just do bad as Adore Jackson. Put it that way. Like, he ain't do all that good, but he ain't do as bad as Adore Jackson. If I had to pick between who two, I would say King Ringo. Definitely no Adore Jackson. But if you could find somebody that could really solidify that spot even more better, that would be great, because we need that position, because they are picking on that position. Quinyon Mitchell is doing decent this year. He's not doing the year like he was before, because he has some hiccups to it right now, but he's doing decent enough that he still could be in that spot. We definitely gonna need him, because who else is gonna have better? Like, so we definitely gonna need him be there. But yo, we gonna need somebody to seek on solidify. Bring Asante Samuel Jules in for a workout. Yeah, hey, I won't be mad to that, man. We need somebody, like anybody that could come in and show better, like, but we gonna see though. A lot of these guys just need more time to rep. Just like Adore Jackson had a couple of games, we gonna see what Ringo gonna do. Give him a couple of games to see what he gonna miss and fix up, to get him some reps and some experience. So, but yeah, man, we definitely gonna need somebody to step up in that position, because man, the offense is ripping that position. They are ripping that corner two position. They are picking on. They know after Slade left. They know they do not trust nobody on that side. They not trusting. So we're gonna have to get somebody to put fear in these offenses' heart when it comes to that side on that corner two position, like, So that being said and done, I'm gonna have more talk. So I gotta get back out of here. Yo, thank you, Clayton James. Appreciate the feedback. Appreciate tuning in. One last thing, he said Ringo good in coverage, but he gotta clean up the tackling. Definitely, I agree with that. He definitely gotta clean up that tackling. Like, he need to get better in his tackling. He gotta have so much better plays if he was able to tackle one-on-one, like, so he definitely got to get that one-on-one open field tackle better. He need to have a talk with Cooper DeJean. Want Cooper at or QB2, but Vic said nah. He probably liked the position because Cooper is doing good in the position that he got him in that and on that edge position and everything. But like, he definitely he probably just like he's doing good in that what he's doing. So and I kind of agree with it, because if you take him out, it's just going like, it might change up a lot. You could try it out. It don't hurt to try. I get that. But he need to Ringo gonna need to talk to Coop and ask him, Coop and Zach Bond. He gonna have to talk to Coop and Zach Bond and ask them what did they do to be better in open field tackling. And he need to learn from that, because I agree with that. But yeah, but man, thanks Clayton James. Thanks for tuning in. I thank you for the feedback. Thanks for your opinions, your knowledge. Yo, you open up my mind to a lot of things, and that's what this talk is about. Because I just talk NFL. I don't talk like I know everything. I just tell how I feel. Like, so if when you bring it in that good Eagle knowledge, I respected it. So thanks for tuning in. Go make that money, not going to hold you up. Salute to my fellow Eagles fans and fellow military veterans, Eagles fan. I'm a Navy veteran. My son, 26, in the Navy station in New York. Man, appreciate your duty for participating in this country, so that's what's up. Salute to you, my man, and you and your family. And like I said, appreciate for you tuning in, and like, stay tuned. Gonna have another video, and definitely don't hesitate to like, follow, subscribe to my other YouTube channel with me and my bro, just talking about life in general. We just bugging out and everything, and that's DSTV 103. DSTV 103, man. Link in bio. Definitely follow the other one. You're not gonna regret it, man. So thanks. This your boy Hyphen Jers. Thanks for tuning in to Hyphen Eagles. Salute. I'm out.